안녕하세요. It's 11:30 at night, and I'm removing continue reviewing my Korean context lesson level 1, and I make some progress. I learned some new vocabulary, and it's progressing. I have not forgot about my friend Sovek. He is 3 hours away, Washington. I'm just reviewing the context, and eventually I will be able to create a full sentence, which I'm hoping I'm going to be able to write it down. Actually, today, funny stuff is that I went to post office and I need to send a package to China, and the lady is there's a lady working at the post office. She's Chinese, and she knows that I speak some Chinese, some words. So she saw me today. Said, "Oh, it's you." I said, "Yeah." So, but for some reason, every time I want to tell her something in Chinese, the Korean came up. And the funny stuff was she's like, "Oh, so do you want to have International Express?" And I want to say, "Daya," but instead I said, "Nah." And she looked at me, "Huh?" I said, "I'm so sorry. Study Korean." So anyways, everything was okay. A few minutes later, I was supposed to say, 谢谢. Oh, thank you. I was about to say that, and suddenly the Korean kicked in. I didn't bow. I just say, "감사합니다." She looked at me, "Huh?" So sorry. So I have today some small adventure with my Korean kind of words kind of start to kick in when I ate lunch, and I prepared some sandwiches. So it's a sandwichy nasi soil. It just came natural, no hesitation, practically, just natural. So that's a good news. That's actually good news that my vocabulary also is just tip of the iceberg. It's kicking in and getting there. I'm just right now writing some vocabulary and at the same time writing sentences so like that I know exactly how to pronounce it. So I have Naver. I managed to sign up for Naver, the Korean sort of Google, sort of like a Google, but in Korea. And I signed up, and so I can. Because it got everything. I mean, these guys have a lot. It's pretty amazing. I still didn't discover the whole thing, but it's pretty cool. So I have this one. It has actually dictionary too. It's a English, Korean English, but also Korean and different other languages, which is good. Now, of course, I'm following the Talk to Me in Korean classes. Plus, I have I don't know if you'll be able to see. We have the Discord sort of forum where we discuss we can ask questions, and many students, many people who actually are not much higher level or advanced level, they actually can reply to you. Not only the staff, but actually people who are actually more advanced, they can reply to you, which is good. So that we will learn, and I happen to meet 2 fellow Polish nationals. So 2 ladies, they are from Poland. Well, one of them lives in Poland, one of them lives in Austria, and I live right now in the US. So funny stuff, we clicked, I would say, or we became very good friends. So, and the beauty of it is that when we learn Korean, we can apply a lot of Polish words let's example, we have the letters like on, an, chi, ji, j, z, ji, ch, u, wu. We have this, and so it's much easier for us to pronounce. And then what we do is like if we write something phonetically, I'm writing in Polish, well, to some degree. There are some couple of letters in Korean that I have to unfortunately apply the German O umlaut, U umlaut, and E umlaut. O umlaut is like Öl, U umlaut is a Öl, and the A umlaut is like E. So like a two is like A with the two dots. So sometimes I have to apply mix Polish and German together to have a phonetic understanding how to pronounce the word, which works out. It works fine. So yeah. So during the day, I'm not able to do some of the practice, but doing this in the evening, and it's close to midnight, and I'm getting tired, but I want to study a little bit more, and I'm gonna go calling it a day, and tomorrow I'm gonna review a little bit more. So 감사합니다, and how do you say this? It feels like I'm studying for some huge exam or something. The last time I was in college, it's like 15 years ago, so even more. So it's kind of harder for me to come on, where are you? Cooking. Numbers, I have to keep up with the numbers. So numbers, it's Artigo oil. No. Start to strain, how that to do. Read is Ika. More is shopping. Sometimes I'm losing the words, I need to look for it. So there's some vocabulary I learned actually when watching TV shows. So it's not only per what was in a book, but actually what they say in the TV shows. I'm not talking dramas, just TV shows. And what I do is like I use the Papago dictionary and try to reproduce it, like rehearse it, pronounce it, and if I got it, here. If I don't, I just keep trying. And I write it down some special vocabulary. There you go. Okay, I need to write down so I don't know. In the evening or at night we say 안녕하세요, or we say 자자. That's a good night. So officially I'm gonna say right now